to call to the stage two actors. You may know him from Kirby Buckets, Rise of the Guardians, or Ready Player One. You may know her from Adam Sandler's Who Halloween. She was even in Spider-Man 2 as a tiny kid, and she was in The Sorcerer's Apprentice, but you will know them as Hulk and Tory from Cobra Kai. Please give it up for Jacob Bertrand and Peyton Liz! You guys can sit down on the large bar stools. So cool, you guys, to have you guys here. So nice. People were waiting on you. You guys all right? Feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good.
I like the stage. This is cool.
Yeah, we can't really follow up the wedding, but...
Yeah, oh my gosh.
You guys both grew up in the States, right? Can you share with all the fans here some of your early history? Like, how did you get into acting and how was life when you were a kid? Jacob, you want to start, or Peyton? Peyton's like, you start, Jacob.
Yeah. Yeah, I first started acting when I was 5 years old. The first thing I did was an Oscar Mayer commercial. So that's why I got my start. I gotta thank Sandwich Meats Everywhere for giving me my first Hollywood start. But yeah, just kind of grew up, did a bunch of commercials and guest star spots, and then I was lucky enough to get to audition for Cobra Kai, and then I booked it. And here we are.
And here we are. And you want to elaborate on some of your early history, Peyton?
Yeah, I started off acting I grew up in Brooklyn in New York. And then the very first role I got was when I was about 6 years old. I auditioned for Spider-Man 2 with my twin brother, Spencer. And we did that, the original with Tobey Maguire. And then we got cut from it. And that was my first introduction into Hollywood. Was welcome to Hollywood, kid. You're gonna get cut from a lot of things. This is kind of how it works.
But you did end up in Spider-Man 2 though, right, or not?
No, I didn't. There's blonde kids in it, and everyone always tags me and says, there she is, and I just go along with it, but it's not me.
Wow. So the credit is floating around the internet, but it's not even true.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of how the internet works too.
Yeah, exactly. I know all about it. Listen, Peyton, I was actually in New York when they shot The Sorcerer's Apprentice back in 2009, I think.
Really, yeah.
I was walking down the block from, I think, Columbus Circle, and I saw the car crash into the Italian sandwich store. So I was like, kind of like, that movie means something to me. And you were in that film though, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was amazing. Jerry Bruckheimer produced it, and I got to, getting to meet Nicolas Cage and Jay Baruchel and all those guys. That was really fun.
Ooh, yeah, I love that film. And also what I wanted to say is, I think I told you backstage as well, you're in American Boogie Woman.
Yeah.
You play, anybody heard about American Boogie Woman? 2 people? Wow. Great movie, man, come on. But I just wanted to state for the record, I love what you did in that film as Eileen Wuornos, which is a difficult role. And I just wanted to let the record reflect that you have such a range, you both have. But like to be in Cobra Kai and be in American Boogie Woman, can you say something about the way you act, or like you view that like that as well? Or is it just you take that role and you just nail it?
Oh gosh, yeah, I guess you just take each role.
A lot of questions, I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, you just take each role as it comes and hope you can do the part justice, and yeah.
Great. See, that's the real actors right there. Make some noise for Peyton List and Jacob Bertrand. So, yeah, Jacob, I wanted to know, love your character in Cobra Kai, of course. I'm an 80s kid, so it's great. But before we go into Cobra Kai a little more, you were in Ready Player One, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell the audience what it was like to work with Steven Spielberg?
Oh, he was super cool. I was very nervous. That audition was really scary because they were like, all right, this is an improv audition. So they're like, there's no script. And I was like, okay, cool, I've never done that before. So I walk into the audition room, and the lady's like, oh, do you have any questions? And I was like, no, I have no idea what I'm about to do. And she's like, okay, cool, so action, and your dad just died, go. And I was like, what? Like, just like that? She's like, boop. It hits record on the little camera. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, no, it was pretty brutal.
Wow. Steven don't play, man.
You don't play. No, but it was cool. I got to be on some of the reshoots for that movie. So yeah, it was really fun. It was like 3 days of reshoots, and Yeah, very different pace than Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai were always jamming and going really fast, and there they like took their time with everything, and it was very, very different than anything I'd ever worked on.
So is that something that would make you nervous? Steven Spielberg's be like, hey, Jacob, your father died, let's go.
Yes, 100%. That's super nerve-wracking.
I totally get it, man. Ready Player One, great film though. Anybody knows about Ready Player One? Yeah. Alright, that's what I like. Y'all gotta check out American Boogie Woman though too. But yeah, so we're going on to Cobra Kai. Obviously, anybody out here in love with the original Karate Kid films? So you know about Cobra Kai, and that's it's amazing. It's just so well executed. The whole thing is just perfect. You know what I mean? The way they have the storyline set up, and I wanted to know before we get a little deeper into you guys' characters. Actually, two of the executive producers are James J.L. Lasseter and Will Smith. Do you is that something you notice? Do you get to work with him, or is it just something that's like in the back and you don't really pay it any mind?
I mean, it's pretty cool, like that they're attached to the project, and I actually haven't got to meet Will Smith yet, but he's a busy guy, you know.
Yeah. That's a good question, though.
Thanks.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's cool to just be attached to a project that they're on, and you know they give a lot of insight in post-production, I know, and yeah, no, I'm just very grateful to be a part of Cobra Kai.
Yeah, definitely. I can imagine. So, Cobra Kai, running for 4 seasons right now. The way the storyline develops is amazing. It grows. Actually, y'all saw all 4 seasons of Cobra Kai, right? So, I can. There's no spoilers, right? Because his hair is kind of back to normal at a certain point. And Hawk is my homeboy, though, man. I love that role. And what's it like to really grow into this role? Because you guys you're doing it for 4 seasons now. Peyton, can you tell me how because your role is the range is amazing just in that role alone, you know, from the family issues or whatever, and then, you know, the fighting. Can you explain to the audience what it's like to experience being Tory in Cobra Kai, just on a whole?
I mean, it's amazing. I've gotten to explore a completely different side of myself because I came from Disney and then went into Cobra Kai. But when I came in on the 2nd season as the new character, I thought I was just going to be a guest star, a recurring guest star, maybe just on for a couple of episodes. And then I think the character just brought a new rivalry to the show for Samantha LaRusso. And they realized they had something and they wanted to run with it, so they kept bringing me on, which was really unexpected for me.
Right.
But it's been amazing, and it's been, when they continue to bring me back, I've gotten to grow the character so much more than I ever thought.
Yeah, they really develop you into this whole, almost like different backstories that keep growing throughout the seasons, and I love that.
I think one of the toughest scenes, fighting-wise, was in season 2 in Coyote Creek, where me and Miguel fight at the top of the hill. It was super muddy that day, and it was freezing cold, and we just kept slipping everywhere and falling down. It was really hard to get the shot. And then acting-wise, I'd say it was really weird doing the scene where I break Dimitri's arm. I love that scene. I think it's awesome. People always come up to me and are like, "What the heck? Why'd you break Dimitri's arm?" And I'm like, "I had to. It was no other choice. I had to break his arm." But that was a pickup. Like, we didn't have a lot of time. We ran out of time on the shoot day. We went back to that location like a month later and did that shot as a pickup shot. And we only had like 10 minutes to do it. And so it was really, really quick.
10 minutes?
Yeah, it was super fast.
So did you nail it in one take, or like that's 10 minutes is nothing?
Well, so it was maybe like, 30 minutes to set it up, and there's like 10 minutes.
11 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Let me clarify, it was 11 minutes. Yeah, it was super quick, and it was just like one little...
Gotcha.
So didn't have a lot of time to do it, so I think that was hard because of that.
Right.
What about you?
Same question to you, for you. What was the toughest scene, dramatically and fight-wise?
Fight-wise, I would say the All Valley tournament was so hard. I mean, we had so many rounds of fighting and so much choreography to remember. we were just drilling that over and over and over. And I feel like you had a much easier time with your All Valley fight scenes than I did. I was having a tough time. I would just like get so frustrated. I would just have to like run out and just be like cursing at myself because I couldn't get it.
Well, I have to clarify this for people. She had 1 day to learn the fight. All of that entire fight, she learned in like half a day. So I think that's pretty impressive.
Wow, that's amazing. You're a fast learner as far as those.
I mean, I was trying. Oh, thanks. I was also trying not to punch Mary and not slip and forget a move and accidentally hurt, you know, the person I'm working with, because I have a habit of doing that. I have a habit of just rushing and messing up and then hurting someone.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to slow down.
And dramatically, like acting wise, as far as
one of the harder scenes, which ended up being fine, was in season 2 when I break into the school and I go into the office and I have to throw the girl aside and take over the mic and say, "Samantha LaRusso, I'm coming for you, bitch." But pushing that girl aside, it was my first time meeting her, and so I actually had to throw this girl out of her chair, and I was hesitant to have. I just thought, how would someone go into this office and take over a mic and say that line realistically? Like, who would do this? And so I just was thinking, I didn't think enough into it, and so I was like, all right, just go in and just commit to it, just go crazy and just do it. So that was just a weird one. I didn't really know, like, that's when I felt like I came into full Tory, but I didn't know how to approach it.
Yeah, I got you. Thanks, great answers. How was that for you guys? Because I mean, some of the songs are classic. The original score is inspired by those classics. Is that like, and I want an honest answer. All your answers are honest and great, but you know, is that like, okay, this is some old stuff, or did you actually kind of like it? Because Burning Heart, like stuff like that, like the training just gets so much more dimension when you hear those classics. You know, how was that for you guys, being like not from that era necessarily? You know what I mean? How did you experience that? Either one. Can you say something about that?
I love the music. I grew up listening to all my dad's stuff, so it was all like 80s and 90s stuff. So, you know, when I hear the soundtrack, Zach and Levi, the composers, they're freaking awesome, you know. I remember when I met them in season 1, they're like, "Oh man, we love your character. Every time you come on screen, we put a little hawk screech in there." And I was like, "Really?" Like, and they're like, "It works, man. Trust me, it just works." But it's cool, you know. They tailor a lot of different scenes, a lot of different scores that they'll do for scenes, like to a specific character. And it's cool. They really bring out a lot of the personality in our performances just with the music, and I absolutely love it.
Nice. You got anything to add to that, or?
Same. Yeah.
Cool. That's so cool, because I love the nods, and it's even, the show is so nice, and then after every episode, like Netflix like usually says like 10 seconds and they go to the next episodes. I'm like, no, watch credits, because I want to hear the score, like with the synths and the guitar, some old like Bon Jovi meets 2022 type stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love that. Thank you. Hey, I wanna ask something completely different right now. Having done some voice acting myself, you guys did that as well. And being a musician, it's kind of like a rhythmical craft. Can you share with the audience and the fans? I wanted to ask you, what's the difference between voice acting and actually acting for you guys? Because you were Barbara Gordon in Batman Hush. How was that for you?
That is definitely more of Jacob's world. He does a ton of voiceover acting.
Right.
It's weird for me. I like really physically moving and not just being in front of a mic and saying the lines. I like having everything around.
Gotcha.
The weirdest thing for me is having to do the fight sounds, I think. You know, just the and just the heavy breathing. And I mean, you really have to, I feel like I have to move a bit and really get in, it's such an art doing that. And I know that Jacob has a friend who specifically is hired to read the lines with people while they're in the voiceover recording booth to get that energy out of them.
Gotcha.
And it's amazing.
Because you were Monty in Rise of the Guardians, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I was also I was Gil in Bubble Guppies for a while. That was pretty fun. I have a new voiceover show coming out. I don't even remember, like sometime in 2022 called Bat Wheels. It's like Batman meets cars, so that'll be pretty cool. You know, yeah, voiceover is so much fun. It is very different. I'd say the biggest difference is I could show up just like this, There's no hair and
No
makeup.
wardrobe, no hair and makeup.
Yeah, exactly.
Saves a lot of time.
It's also, it's very creatively framed. You know, you kind of just come up with the character and work on it with the producers or the writers, and you know, you really get the chance to develop a character because you're just sitting in the booth, just riffing with everybody. And yeah, no, it's pretty fun.
Nice, thanks. And also, this is interesting for all the fans that watch Cobra Kai and also all the movie fans, because I'm wondering, I think storytelling somehow has become, quote unquote, more important with all the streaming services and people want to get hooked on a show or a series. You guys both did series, shows, seasons, as well as films. Do you prefer one of both, like more? Like you rather do a show, a series, or a movie? Is there a difference for you guys, or is it like, nah, I'm acting and whatever it is, I'm going to do that?
Well, there's definitely a difference. I think with TV, you get to develop a character for a long time, you know, over seasons, which I kind of prefer. I like getting to stick with the character and hang with them and not have to leave. And also with the cast and crew too. You know, you get so close with people when you have to work with them for 5, 6, 7 years versus going in and doing a movie for a few months. But one of my favorite parts about the job was just getting to travel. And we filmed Cobra Kai in Atlanta, and so just being in our bubble with our cast and crew is a really cool part of it. But I prefer TV.
You prefer series TV?
Yeah.
Jacob?
I think I prefer film.
Why is that?
I think both are great. Like, I would do either. But I like film for the reason where I think it's cool to be able to see a character like in a very specific snapshot of time and just trying to capture that perfectly. And that's the goal, like in my mind, is like when you do a film, like you just try to really capture that character like as they are in that moment throughout this film, whatever arc they go on. But I've had so much fun getting to, the character I get to play on Cobra Kai is a super fun character to get to flesh out. The writers give me an arc every year, and I'm super grateful for it. And I've definitely had so much fun on TV. I think I say film because I haven't done as much film as I have TV.
Right.
So film is something I would like to do more of, so that's probably why I say that.
Nice, man. Great answers, too. Maybe one of your aspirations to direct or write, is that something you see for yourself in the future, or is that too early to say, or are you not interested in it at all?
Yeah, no, I would love to direct. I've written some stuff with Sholo, the kid who plays Miguel.
Nice.
Yeah, we write a little bit together, and I directed a short film that I made with Hito Koda, the stunt.
You should shout it out because they can find it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, the stunt coordinator of Cobra Kai. He helped me make this short film called Judge's Decision. It's on YouTube. I posted it on my YouTube, and I got like 1 million views, and then someone poached it off of my YouTube and got way more views. So, you can watch either one. I don't really care as long as you watch it.
So you are already writing and somewhat directing and stuff.
Striving to, yeah.
I mean, you guys are mad young, but still, it's something I see you guys do. Relating to my next question, and that's actually a compliment just from me. Doing music as well and in films, and I see a song in the same way as a shot in a film or a show or a series. And what I love about Cobra Kai, and I think you guys can relate, it just gets better and better, and it doesn't you don't get bored, and the way your character grows, the way you grow, and the way it differs, and it's just something about it when you do a series that you really get deeper into the whole arc and different things happen. Is that something that you experience as nice too? You really can get more depth out of you as a craftsman or a woman? Is that something you experience like that? If that makes any sense? Can you get more out of your craft because of the storylines when it comes to series?
Yeah, I think it's so well written. The writers give us,
I love it.
Yeah, they give us such good material, and I can't speak to how you feel, but it's so much fun. Just getting to read where they want to take us every season. We'll sit down at the beginning of the season and all right, so you're getting your head shaved, you're gonna try to quit karate, and then you're gonna win the All Valley. I'm like, what the heck? It sounds so crazy and discombobulated, but at the end of the day, they just really know what they're doing.
We're gonna go to the Q&A. We got about 15 minutes left.
Do you guys accidentally get hit or hit somebody else in a painful manner?
In a painful manner, okay.
How does it happen?
How often?
Oh, how often? Depends on the person. At least a couple times a season, I would say. When filming season 4, the prom fight by the pool, I ended up nailing people in the head, which I am not happy about, and they kept going. But it does just happen, you know, it can be cold or slippery, or the spacing's different than when you're in the training dojo and when you're outside and then you're doing it, and so things just happen. And the first time something happened in a scene was in season 2 in the fight in the school, and my hand slipped and I hit someone, and I started freaking out and I started crying even though I hit them, because I thought that they were gonna hate me forever. And the stunt double was like, hey, she grabbed me, she's like, stop crying. This happens. Everyone knows. This is part of the job. This is what happens when you're in stunts. So you either get used to it or you get out. And I was like, okay. I guess this is just how it happens. So.
I've only been hit 3 times. I accidentally hit Tanner once in the chest. I've been hit in the face 3 times. Twice by Sholo, once by Tanner. So I need to rework my percentage. Like, I need to be hitting people more than they're hitting me, so.
Nice. You happy with that answer? Good answer. Next question, please.
Hi. My question is, what was it like working with Ralph and William?
Horrible.
Nice.
No, they're super cool. I got to film with Billy a lot in the earlier seasons, and he's so cool to work with. Like, that man is just all style, you know? Like, he's just so suave and cool. And I really didn't get to work a lot with Ralph until season 4, and then, you know, me and him got really tight, and he's so funny. Like, he's a really funny guy. And he's a super sweet guy. He's very open to teaching and wanting to just like elevate the up and coming actors. That's something that I really admire about him.
Nice.
On camera. My friends want that, so they don't like me. So.
Oh my god. Sure.
I want him to threaten you.
They want you to threaten me to break my arm.
All right, listen
Nice
here, you little weenie. I'm gonna break your damn arm, all right?
Thank you.
I don't know what else to say.
Thank you.
Hey, make some noise for Jacob. That was nice.
What kind of people are the Cobra Kai fans? So we clap.
Yeah.
For that.
What kind of friends you have, bro?
Yeah, screw Dimitri's arm! Yeah!
Next question, please.
I wanted to know if there's anything you would really want to do again, either a scene or
Break Dimitri's arm.
or just anything that you want to brought back from former seasons for your character.
I would love to do the season 2 school fight again. That was so fun, especially having all the training that we've had now up to this point. But everybody, all the background we had in there, hundreds of people cheering while we're doing it. The energy was so fun.
I'm stealing that answer. That was by far like the most fun I think we've had fighting.
When I think about that scene, all I think about is Jacob going, ah!
Nice. Next question, please.
Who would you have liked to play if you weren't casted as Hawk and Tory?
On the Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
You go.
I think it'd be really fun to play Kreese. I think it'd be cool to smoke a cigar and be just evil. I think it'd be fun to play Kreese, or I think it'd be fun to play Tory. I love to just be like, I'm coming for you, bitch. I think that'd be fun to say.
I think Miguel would be fun. I think he'd be fun to play. Yeah, he's just so lovable. He is. He's the sweetest guy.
Bad. No, it was great. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, I was 12 years old when I first started working for them, so it was a dream come true. I loved it. It was a wild experience. My whole teenage years, through high school or with Disney.
Yeah, I'd say one of the coolest things was we would get free passes to Disneyland.
Nice.
That was awesome. That's something I thought would happen as a kid. It's like, oh, maybe we'll get free Disney passes. And that's like a real naive dream. But then we got on Disney, I was like, oh, damn, we actually get free Disneyland passes? That's so cool.
We got a tour guide and we get to go to the front of the lines. And my little brother got to mooch off me.
So is that actually, it's a great question. Was it somewhat of a learning school for you guys, Disney? And like, was that great to have as a backup for what you're doing now, so to say?
Yeah, definitely learned a lot. I say just growing up on set is very helpful, just moving forward, like in our careers, like just knowing the etiquette of being on set, and you know, just the flow of how everything works. And school is amazing. Stay in school, kids, but you're gonna learn way more from working on the job than you ever will in school.
Right.
School is good. Stay in school.
Depending on what someone's doing.
Yes. Get out as quick as you can.
Hog be like, stay in school, but I didn't do that, yo. Love this. Okay, next question.
What was the hardest scene to shoot in Cobra Kai?
The hardest scene. It's kind of like what I asked earlier, the toughest scene.
I'll give a different one.
Right.
For me, the All Valley was really hard. The All Valley final was really hard. There's just so much choreography. All the little vignette fights on the side and everything, and then doing the main final fight, and, you know, taking my shirt off with Tanner. It was fun, but it was hard.
Any scene where you see us working out in the Cobra Kai dojo, you know, we're having to do burpees or push-ups. We're having to do that hundreds of times for every take. And so, you know, the boys, they start competing and going crazy, and I'm like, you know, we have to go that hard every single time. And so our arms the next day are just so sore.
It's real sweat.
Sometimes.
Great job.
Oof. You know, filming the last episode, I think was a lot of fun. They put the very last scene of the last episode of the show as just like the last one we ever did. And so we were really crying and really just so sad to leave. And I think, you know, it was a very special environment. And the boys, Karn and Cameron, they were, you know, my best friends growing up, and we all did school together on set. And so I think being able to have that experience with, you know, 4 kids was just something I'll never forget. But
Thank you so much.
thank you.
That's a different question. Nice. All right, next question. Hey.
If you could choose any actor or actress, dead or alive, to play in a movie with, who would you choose?
Wow.
Great question.
Very good question.
I would love to work with Jason Bateman or Denzel Washington.
What?
Those are some of my favorite actors. I think that'd be awesome. I want to be in a rom-com with them. I think that would be fun. I want to be in a rom-com with Denzel Washington.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's been obsessed with the idea of a rom-com. I just watched the Jane Fonda documentary on the airplane, and I would love to work with her.
She's not dead though, is she?
No, he's dead or alive.
Oh. Oh no.
Thanks.
No comment. That was funny.
So what would be your character pick if you could pick any character ever?
Wow.
Any Disney character or any character?
Just any character, like your dream role.
That's a great question.
So broad, it's hard to think of a specific.
I mean, this has already been done, but something along these lines. Margot Robbie and I, Tonya, I love that movie. I just love her in general, too. I think something like that would be really fun.
I would love. Gosh, this is so hard. I think being in a movie like Training Day would be really fun with Ethan Hawke and Denzel Washington. I think that would be a really cool role. I would love to play a bank robber. I've always wanted to be a bank robber. So I don't know if you guys seen The Town, but Jeremy Renner in The Town is a really cool role. I would love to play that role.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, good pick. I love that movie.
Love that movie.
That's a great movie.
Well, thank you so much.
Are you excited for the second one?
Thanks. Next question.
Who's your favorite character on the show besides Hawk and Tory?
I only like Hawk.
I think Kreese, just because he's my sensei.
Okay, thank you.
Mine would have to be Johnny though. Sorry, Daniel's not.
Who's yours?
Hawk.
I would probably say Johnny. I'm sorry.
That's acceptable.
Would you be Eagle Fang, Miyagi-Do, or Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice one. Next question.
You both started your careers at a very young age. If you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be?
Don't dye your hair so much. Or don't let them do anything to it. I think I just let so many people I had people say, oh, well, this is my hair, or this is my face for this, and they would just do whatever they wanted with me, and that's why, I would watch older actresses come in and be so firm and so strong, and I thought they were mean. Now I realize that's kind of how you have to be sometimes, to protect yourself. And don't let them put a wig on you in season 3 of Cobra Kai.
It was very intimidating. I mean, I saw the Karate Kid movies really young. My dad showed them to me and my little brother, and we went and joined karate because of that. So yeah, when I went out for the role, I was like, oh dang, this is a big deal. Like, holy cow. Yeah, I don't know, very grateful to be a part of the whole Karate Kid universe. I think it's really cool. I never would have dreamed that as a kid.
Well, thank you. I think you do a great job, so keep doing it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nice, thanks. Next question.
I have a question for both of you guys. What has been your best acting experience?
Overall, like any show or?
Yeah, like any show, any movie.
Silence.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't my best, but this was just a really random one that I got offered a really small part in an Adam Sandler movie for Netflix. And I think getting to watch him and all of his best friends work together was just something that I was really curious about. And so getting to witness that and just be a part of it was really fun. And that's kind of the goal, I think, is to just create with your best friends and always have fun. And he even had like a summer camp for all of his kids and all of his friends' kids who were there. And I got to go and be a camp counselor for a day with his kids. And so I feel like that's kind of the goal.
Sweet. Jacob?
I'd say one of my best memories filming was on Kirby Buckets in the pilot. We were just riding our bikes and running around this random town in Pasadena, and I was 12 years old, and so was Makai and Cade, and it really felt like we were just kids running around and getting chased by clowns and all this other crazy shit happening, and that was just so much fun. It really felt like just being a kid.
Fire.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
How much fun did you guys have with the roles of playing each other?
I went crazy trying to imitate her. Oh my god. Nuts. No, it was super fun. It was really cool. My first memory of meeting Peyton was we landed in Toronto in April, and usually there's not snow. And I was kind of testing the waters to see how cool she was, how laid back she was. So I made a snowball and I threw it at the back of her head. And it went poof, and then she turned around, got all mad, made a snowball. We started doing this big snowball fight, and I was like, all right, she's cool. She can throw it out, all right.
I was being tested. Yeah, I didn't really know. I think I could play Jacob a lot better now. Just kind of sound like a Californian surfer dude.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm so surprised you know that, by the way.
I thought, let us mention it.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned it.
Have a nice day.
Me too.
So I think, how many more questions can we do, time-wise? Yeah, we're good? Okay, next question.
If you could play in any existing movie franchise or series, what would it be and why?
Any existing franchise.
God, the broad ones are hard.
Gosh.
I think it'd be cool to be in the Hannibal Lecter series. I think that would be pretty cool. I think that would be really fun.
Nice answer, bro.
I love Queen's Gambit. I would love to do something in that. Be a chess, you know, competitor against Anya Taylor-Joy. I love her.
Oh, I thought you meant like be a chess piece.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll be a piece. I'll be whatever.
Like I'll be the bishop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, so sorry. Okay, Jacob, right? Jacob, you and me. Okay. Wild question. You on Cobra Kai? You're doing karate training. My question is, do you have hands like that? Like you, me, parking lot, 5 o'clock. Can you do that? Like, do you have the hi-ya in you?
Hey, that's the final question.
You know what I'm saying? Can you throw it up? Like, what's good?
I would feel so bad knocking you out. I would feel so bad. You seem so nice. You have such a great smile. I don't want to wreck it. That would be so unfortunate.
Oh, stop it. You know, stop.
That's funky. That's almost like a rap battle right here. Hey, bro, what you doing at 5? I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot.
You know you couldn't ask me.
Yeah, yeah, right. All right, last couple of questions. Here we go.
Hey, if you are really good, so can you do a karate kid here? Where are you?
Follow-up question: were you two together?
No.
Nah.
I will say I can do some pretty good moves, but Peyton actually has a way better roundhouse than I do.
Thank you. Let's see it.
No, I'll say show him.
No. That's fine.
So that's not going to happen. But thanks for that question, though.
Yeah.
And last question, I think. Yes.
There was someone here who performed a kata earlier.
Oh, he was in the back. Yeah.
Where is he?
Main man, he's in the back. Yeah.
Oh, there you are. The Johnny Lawrence leg back there. You should go up to him if you want to see some karate.
What do you think is the biggest similarity between you and the character you play in Cobra Kai?
Nice.
I don't know. Hawk is a little more unhinged than I am.
Thank God.
He's a little crazy. I think his loyalty to his friends. I think that's something that I would say we share. Very loyal. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the similarity that I have.
You guys are both a little crazy.
We are both a little crazy, I would say. We both flip switches pretty quickly. I honestly think Tory's more like my mom. That's how I was able to play her, is I just watch my mom and go, all right, this lady's crazy, I'm gonna go do this.
Your mom and Mary next.
Tory's a very loyal person, I think to a fault. You know, she follows Kreese, and he's this father figure to her. And I think I sometimes do that. I think I'm loyal to a fault. I see people's problems, but I stay anyways. So.
The crowd, and we're gonna all scream and go crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Jacob Bertrand and Peyton Lee. Thank you so much, Peyton. Thank you, Jacob.
See you later, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much. It was awesome. Thanks.